Go, ready?
I grew weed for Willie Nelson. I grew weed for Snoop Dogg. I grew weed for the love of freedom. I grew weed for God. And I grew weed for New York City. I grew weed for LA. I grew weed for the great state of Texas. I grew weed for the USA. And I grew weed for little Billy Clinton, though he did not inhale. I grew a whole bunch for heaven and a little bit for hell. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grew weed for the FBI. I grew weed for the DEA. I grew weed for the lawyers to make it legal someday. And I grew weed for the prisons who locked me away. I grew weed for the snitches just to give them bitches something to say. And I grew weed for Wiz Khalifa while I was on the inside. Folks say, how could you do that? Well, I did it with my mind. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grew weed for my neighbors. I grew weed for my friends. I grew weed for Martha Stewart, Joe and Seth Rogen. And I grew weed for Beyonce, Rihanna, Jay-Z and crew. I grew weed for your mama and your daddy too. I grew weed for the sick, grew it for the poor. I grew a little for my own head, and then I grew some more. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grow a lot on the farm today, but I don't grow weed no more. Now that it's illegal, I just buy it from the store. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. I grew weed. Big old buds from little bitty seeds. I grew weed. Thank you guys so very much. 2024 Summer Arts. Please give a big round of applause for my band, the Freedom Riders. Thank you guys.
Let's hear it for Brett McFarland and the Freedom Riders. All right, guys. Way to go. You know, actually, if you want more, there's a whole after party. There's an after party. There's an after party at the Brass Rail.
One more, bitch! One more!
Do we have to pay more? Will this show us in? We know better than that.
There's an after party at the Brass